Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about automation, disability, and privilege. There's a common narrative about AI. People say it makes us lazy. They say it causes deskilling. They warn us about automation bias, the idea that humans will overtrust systems and stop thinking critically. Technically, those risks do exist, and automation bias is real. Deskilling can happen when repeated outsourcing reduces practice. But there's an assumption underneath this critique that rarely gets examined. It does assume that before AI, everyone had equal access to clarity, language, and institutional power. That assumption does not hold for disabled people. As a disabled and neurodivergent person, much of my life has involved navigating systems that were not built with me in mind. Bureaucratic language that hides meaning, institutions that respond in ways that deflect accountability, forms written in dense technical terminology and conversation where I struggle to find the right words in a moment. And before AI, these interactions required enormous cognitive effort, tons of time, and repetitive back and forth communication and disputes between institutions and organizations. Energy that many people with privilege don't notice that they are spending. When I use AI, I don't experience laziness. I experience accessibility. AI translates bureaucratic language into something I can process. It helps me structure arguments when I need to advocate for myself. It helps me rehearse difficult conversations before I enter them. It breaks down institutional responses so I can see why responsibility is being avoided. It gives me language when stress blocks my ability to speak clearly. So this is not deskilling. That is cognitive support. From a systems perspective, AI can function as assistive infrastructure. For someone who already navigates institutions fluently, AI may feel like a replacement. For someone who has spent years fighting to decode opaque systems, AI can feel like autonomy. There is a difference between automation that replaces skill and automation that enables participation. If you already had power, automation might reduce engagement. If you did not, automation might create access. That distinction matters. Many critiques of AI come from a baseline of ability. They assume you could already interpret bureaucratic language, you could already self-advocate fluently, you could already process dense information without overload, you could already decode hidden social context. For many disabled people, that baseline never existed. AI does not remove agency, it amplifies it. It acts as a translation layer, a cognitive scaffold, a rehearsal space, an accessibility tool. It does reduce cognitive strain so energy can be spent on decision making instead of survival. The ethical conversation about AI should include this. When we talk about deskilling, we should ask, deskilling relative to what starting point? When we talk about over-reliance, we should ask, over-reliance compared to what prior autonomy? Because for some of us, there was no autonomy to lose. There was friction, exhaustion, institutional opacity. AI did not take something from me. It gave me tools, clarity, and language. It gave me a way to engage systems that previously overwhelmed me. This does not mean AI is perfect. It does not mean systems cannot cause harm. But it does mean that debate must include disabled voices. If AI increases dependence for the already empowered, that is one conversation. But if AI increases independence for those historically excluded, that is another. Human diversity is not an edge case. It is reality. And when we evaluate technology, we must evaluate it across the full spectrum. For me, AI has not meant laziness. It has meant participation, expression, autonomy. And that perspective deserves space in a conversation. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that today you learned something new. I hope that it was interesting. And for now, take care.